Alright, what's up, guys? As you can see, I got some new saddlebags. I had some Viking bags on here a little while ago, but those came off because they didn't turn out the way I wanted them to. I used Elite Touring Innovation mountain brackets for those bags, and they wasn't really made for this bike, so you had to drill your own holes, and it just didn't work out the way I wanted it to. So I was looking for a while. I needed some bags, and I found these. Somebody mounted these onto their Fat Bob on a Facebook group, and I went ahead and purchased them myself. So these are the SW Motech Legend LH1 bags, I believe. But these are not made for the Fat Bob. These are made for the Street Bob. But with just a bracket that you could purchase separately to mount onto the original Harley Davidson hold fast system that goes with the sissy bar, you can use these bags, but you have to buy a separate bracket, which I have right there with some spacers. So the way this works is, since the Fat Bob strut tapers in towards the back, you'll only use a spacer right here in the back, right? But what happened now is these things here are too far in, so I can't mount the sissy bar that I have. So what I got to do now is order another set of these spacers, which is going to push these out even further, right? So that's how they look on a bike. In my opinion, they are a little bulky, but it's a great system. One of the best I've seen. I mean, you got the Leather Pros too, which are quick detach as well. I'm not sure if you could use the original Harley Davidson sissy bar with those bags as well, which is another reason why I purchased these, because you could do both. But as I said before, it takes away from that slim profile from a cruiser, like your low rider, street bob, fat bob. And as far as splitting lanes, you know, now I don't really know, so I'll have to try that out. So let me give you guys a look of them. They are pretty nice looking bags. I mean, we'll have to see eventually when it does come for that time. I have to split some lanes and see how these will work out. I don't think it should be too much trouble, but we'll see. They do stick out some, and then adding another one of these spaces here to put the sissy bar on is gonna make them poke out a little bit more. But you also have a lock on these as well. Comes with a key lock. Let me show you guys the inside. 1 second, let me get the keys. So you have that little cover right there, right? I got a bunch of the papers and the manuals and stuff like that in there still, but you know, now you could carry some stuff with you. You wear a hoodie in the morning because it's cold. Now you could put your hoodie in your bags. You got some storage space, which is necessary. Which you know, it's kind of hard to find some bags for the Fat Bob, which sucks, but that's what they have right there. So my opinion on them, I like them. I love the whole system. They are quick detach. Let me show you guys that as well. This one is already open. You have this little latch here. You turn it, boom, like that, and it slides right out like so. Boom. So that's the bracket that stays on there, right? I'm doing this one hand, so pardon me. See, it's pretty easy. You can even do it with one hand. Boom, and then it goes on there like that. So that's how that works. Pretty neat. They are pretty sturdy, right? Nice looking bags, but in my opinion, I think they could have slimmed them down about an inch at the least and extended them more. But these companies, they don't really make bags for aftermarket parts, right? They're gonna go with what's stock already, which is why they don't even offer these bags for the fat bob, because the stock pipes on the fat bob curve up, so these bags wouldn't work. So if you do opt for what they do offer for the fat bob, they have just one bag for this side, but it is a lot longer, which I found to look a bit strange because it's super long. It extends almost down to here, and you only have one bag with that length. But overall, I think this right now is the best option for the fat bob, in my opinion. You can also go with the other pros, which work just as well. Another set of bags that I was looking at are the clamshell bags from Harley Davidson, but those are $1,500, and I have heard that they do fit on here. But if you really like those bags, I would say go for those, which is something that I might invest in the future. We'll see how things go, but as of now, I'm happy with these. They are great. If you are interested, I will post the links below where you can find these. I'll put the bracket system up and also the link to the bags. And I'll also make another video when I do get those spacers. Another thing that happened to me was when I was tightening these bolts up in here. Oh, you're also gonna need longer bolts, because like I said, they don't send you the parts that you need to install onto a fat bob. Is for a street bob, so you're gonna need longer bolts. But luckily enough, I was able to get them. You need 2 1/4 with just one spacer. So I could imagine when I add another one, you're gonna need 2 1/2 of the bolts that they send you. If I remember, it was 3/8 and 16, something like that. That was the width of the bolt. So that's pretty damn. I lost my train of thought, but when I was installing these, I went to spec, and I believe it's 21 to 27 foot-pounds when you're torquing these down, these bolts into the strut and the bracket that's behind here. And I set it to 25. And what happened? Something back here, I heard something pop. I don't know what it was. Could have been the fender or either the bracket on the back. So when I go ahead and install these again, to get the sissy bar to work, I'm gonna have to buy those brackets that go on the inside here. They're not too expensive, so it's not a big deal, but just something to keep in mind. From now on, I'm just gonna go by feel, since we already put Loctite on these bolts, and I doubt they'll come out. But I'm gonna go by feel from now on, because that happens way too often when you go to spec and things start breaking. So I'm not going that route no more. That's just what I'm personally gonna do. But anyway, sorry to make this so long. I just wanted to give as much detail as possible, because this is a pretty expensive investment. So if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. So just leave some questions below, whatever it is, or if you like them, let me know. That's pretty much it. I'm out. All right, so really quick, I forgot to mention where I got these from. So SW Motech is a German brand, and they don't ship directly to the US from their website. They do have a US website now, but there is a markup. When I did call them, they said it has to do with customs and a bunch of other things, but the markup is pretty hefty, over $300. So the bags on the German site, I believe, are like $600 and something, and on the US site is $1,000. That's without the bracket to mount on to the Harley Davidson hold fast system. So what I did do, I went through another one of the distributors that's located in Italy. The name of the shop is Motorcycle Soul, and with the brackets and all and shipping to the US, I paid $700 shipped. So I saved myself over $400 and something. I don't understand why they did that, why the US site does that. They said it has to do with customs, but I didn't have to pay none of those custom fees or anything else going through a distributor from another country. So I don't know what that's about. But anyway, I'll leave the links below for Motorcycle Soul, not the US site, because that's where I bought it from, and it saves you a lot of money. So, I mean, you can use the US site if you prefer. I'm sure returns and anything else will be easier. But if you do need some parts, I'm sure you could go to the US site. But if you want to save some money with the whole kit, go with Motorcycle Soul. And that's it. Peace.